I'm on my way home. Did you need me to pick up anything?
We need to talk.
What? Is something wrong?
This is my final request. As of today, I am going to quit being your wife. I just can't continue living with you anymore. In the 10 years we've been married, I've never been happy. I deserve my happiness, as do you. I won't sue you for all the emotional abuse you inflicted on me. In exchange, I have one last request. Please make sure our children are happy. Well, goodbye.
Okay.
What? All you have to say is, okay? Don't you have anything else you want to say to me? I wrote so much. I thought long and hard about my words. I can't believe how cold you are. That's just plain mean.
What's the matter? How do you want me to react? Do you know how many times you've texted me things like this in the past? I'm really tired of it. If you really want out, fine.
Wait a minute. Don't give up so easily. Don't you have something you need to say to me? Can you really let me go so easily? Are you really my husband?
Like I said, what do you want to do? You want a divorce, right? How many times do you want to send this let's break up text? You tell me. How do you want me to react?
Well, beg me to stay. You want me to stay, right? I know you do. I know you still love me, Leonard.
Actually, I'm done. I'm really tired of this. I mean, let's break up. It's like you said, Bianca. We aren't happy.
What are you doing? Are you really my husband? Stop fooling around. Convince me to stay.
What do you want? I can't believe you said you want to leave the kids behind. Was that a joke? If so, you have a dark sense of humor.
I'm not joking. But unless I resort to these methods, you won't talk to me about this distance between us.
In the beginning, I was open to talking things over. But after receiving these texts every week for the last 6 months, I've been thinking maybe it's better for us to separate. So I'm preparing Danny.
What? Preparing? What are you preparing Danny for?
I'm preparing him for the divorce. It's what you want, right? I've begun to think it's a good solution as well. I feel bad asking you to stay when you really want to go.
You don't need to feel bad about that. If you ask me to stay, I have no choice but to return, right?
Does that mean you aren't home now?
I'm not home, and I'm not returning until you apologize.
Apologize for what?
That! That's what causes all of our problems. Your inability to apologize when you do something wrong.
If I am wrong, I have no problem apologizing. But in this case, I don't feel I've done anything wrong. Is this about how I couldn't get the children to go to sleep quickly and quietly last night? Is that why you were so upset? I've always wondered why putting the kids to bed is always my responsibility and never yours.
You try to make me do all the housework. You are the worst. That's what's known as emotional abuse.
Do all the housework? You don't do anything except for cooking. And you call yourself a stay-at-home mom?
Don't make fun of stay-at-home moms. You don't know how busy I am.
I understand. I know you're busy with the children's elementary school, kindergarten activities, PTA. I appreciate it. But you know I have a job. And yet still I need to help the kids with their baths, do the laundry, wash the dishes, clean the house, all of it. And if I do something that isn't to your liking, you get upset and run away from home and text me these threatening messages. Honestly, I'm tired. So I decided the next time you do this, I'd divorce you.
What? Are you serious? You want a divorce? You know you can't survive without me. You don't need to pretend. Be honest to yourself. All you need to do is apologize and beg me to stay.
I just got home.
Are you even listening to me?
You left the kids home alone and just left?
This is not about the children. It's about me.
I can't even imagine what would possess you to do this. Bella is only 3. She could have gotten hurt.
But Danny is already in the 3rd grade, so I knew they would be fine.
What if one of them got hurt? Or a robber or a druggie broke into our house? To leave our young children at home alone is totally irresponsible.
Our children, our children. Is that all you care about? Don't you care about me? Are you happy with the way things are between us?
I was concerned about you, Bianca, but not anymore. I really can't do this anymore.
What do you mean you can't do this? Aren't you going to come and beg me to stay?
I'm not going to chase after you. Please, divorce me. You do not need to come back here ever again.
What? Do you know what you are saying? Don't think for a moment it will be easy to get rid of me.
I didn't get rid of you. You left on your own. In fact, you pull this same stunt every week. It's always once a week, right? By the way, when you leave the kids home all alone once a week, do you think I don't know what you're doing?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Did you really think I'm the stupid, naive husband who doesn't know where his wife is and what she is doing? It'll probably shock you, but I know what you're up to. I had you investigated.
Investigated? What are you talking about?
Put your hand on your heart and think about it. But then again, it wouldn't be your hand on your heart, but the hand of that man.
That man? What man? Are you insane?
You are such a bad actress. If you really want to be with that man, why didn't you straight out ask me for a divorce? Instead, you sneak around and use me as an excuse to run away from home. You play dirty, Bianca.
I have no idea what you're saying, but if you want to divorce me, I'll expect to receive alimony and child support from you.
Alimony and child support. You are so predictable.
Well then, I'll expect to get what I am entitled to.
I've already consulted a lawyer. You won't be receiving a penny from me. I don't have any obligation to pay you alimony or child support. You were unfaithful. You need to provide me compensation for emotional distress.
What? That's ridiculous. Leonard, you're the one who wants a divorce. If you really want to divorce me, you're the one that needs to pay.
For the record, all those texts I received from you saying you wanted a divorce, I've taken screenshots of them and printed them out, so don't worry.
Why do I have to worry? So I sent a few texts. So what?
It proves I wasn't the one who started this let's get a divorce business. But I really don't need that evidence, as you were the one who was having an affair. Your affair allows me to seek punitive damages.
What about the emotional abuse you inflicted on me? I suffered too. I told you I would keep quiet about the emotional abuse. But you're going to sue me for my affair? I'm not going to pay you anything.
You'll pay. And I know you've been transferring money from my bank to your own.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You must be mistaken.
I know this has been going on for a few months now. This could be construed as a crime. That bank account has money from when I was single, so it's not our common property. I expect you to return all the money you stole from me.
Really, Leonard? I only transferred the amount I needed to cover our living expenses. You never realized how tight things were.
You also withdrew a lot of the money we had in our joint account. I never understood why you needed so much money each month, until I realized you were secretly stashing the money for your divorce fund.
But I didn't realize you would divorce me this quickly. Well, expect to pay child support.
That's true. I have an obligation to pay child support so you can take care of our children. And I was planning to give you child support money until I realized today you really don't want the kids.
What? Of course I want them.
If you really cared for the children, you wouldn't leave a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old all alone at home without even locking the front door. That's enough. I don't want to hear any excuses.
I wasn't going to tell you an excuse.
Of course it's going to be an excuse. There is no good reason that allows you to leave 2 young children home alone. And today you texted me. I have one last request. Don't worry, I will make sure our children are happy. So I also have one last request. Please, divorce me.
Bianca rushed home, but no one was home. Leonard had taken the children to his parents' house. He took a few days off from work to make arrangements with his parents about the children. Bianca went to her parents' house as well. She took her parents to Leonard's parents' home to try to get her children back. But when Leonard calmly revealed the details of Bianca's affair, Bianca's father became enraged and struck her. After which, Bianca's mother and father profusely apologized to Leonard for their daughter's indiscretion. But Leonard could not forgive Bianca and is proceeding with the divorce. He is also suing Bianca's lover for damages. Her lover is also married, so this is causing problems in her lover's marriage as well. The only good thing in this whole mess is the children are with their loving grandparents and seem to be happy they are properly being cared for.